Hi, my name is Mayuresh from Jaipur and I am currently in my post-graduation from IEP. I am creating this video for education purpose only as a part of our Indian economics and public policy goals. I am going to talk on the topic related to Indian education system, its role in economic development, what are the some issues and some solutions, how this system can be made more efficient. Education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits. An educated person has the ability to differentiate between right and wrong or good and evil. It is the foremost responsibility of a society to educate its citizens. A person becomes perfect with education as he is not only gaining something from it, but also contributing to the growth of the nation. Till recently, economists have been considering physical capital as the most important factor determining economic growth in developing countries. But in the last few decades, economic research has revealed the importance of education as a crucial factor in economic development. Education refers to the development of human skills and knowledge of the people, even labor force. India has around 50% of its population below the age of 25 and more than 65% below the age of 35. According to the 2011 census, literacy rate of India was found to be 74.04, in which Kerala has been leading the literacy rate and Bihar is lagging it. India holds an important place in global education industry. The country has more than 1.4 million schools with nearly 250 million students enrolled in it, and more than 36,000 higher education institutes. Education in India is provided by the public sector as well as the private sector, with control and funding coming from central, state, and local levels. Let's see one of some of the issues this education system faces. Initially, the system of education. Education is information based, right? It should be information based rather than knowledge based. The whole focus is on framing knowledge rather than understanding it and analyzing it. Our education system basically promotes the rat race among the children. Students have to read and mug up the textbook without any understanding of it. That is why students lack in analytical skills. Students are not able to critically analyze of anything. They take the line of establishment on the views of predominant majority. They do not look things uh, with their own perspective. If you want a society should become a lot better, then we must develop a culture of looking at things critically. Another issue is the student-teacher ratio. In India, this ratio is very high as compared to certain comparable countries in the world. For example, India has this ratio as 22, whereas some developed countries has 11.4. This brings us to the necessity to recruit quality teachers and strengthen teachers required to handle the classes. One of the issues also capacity utilization. This challenge in education system is to improve this capacity utilization. In case of certain states, there are a lot of unfilled seats in the institution. One reason of this is higher education, and another reason is the infrastructure facilities. One of the factors why the capacity utilization is low is because of this infrastructure. Because the infrastructure facility includes better quality real estate buildings, state-of-the-art classrooms, libraries, hostels, furniture, sport facilities, and so on. We need to ensure a political private sector participation in the establishment of colleges for providing quality physical infrastructure. For this, many government initiatives have been taken to improve the education system from the last few years. Some of the major initiatives taken by the government are in this Union Budget 2017-18. The government uh, taken out 79,685 crore for the education sector, up by 9.9% than the last financial year. The government of India has allocated 17,000 crores towards skilling, employment generation, and providing livelihoods to millions of youth in order to boost the skill India mission as well. Another solution could be the PPP model. The government is making efforts to improve the education system in terms of various parameters like quality, infrastructure, and so on. But we do need to recognize the constraints for the government to make a big turnaround with this huge investment in education. I believe the private sector will play a distinctive role in improving the education system in India. This will not only be going to reduce the burden of government in incurring high cost of providing basic infrastructure facilities, but also lead to construction of the state-of-the-art buildings, labs, libraries, hostels, etc. This would help in organizing joint research and development, students getting exposure to the industrial activities in terms of internship, corporate training programs during vacation and issuing of certificates by corporates for attending internship or training, and thus facilitating an image building and branding of institutions and making the students more job worthy and making education affordable. If India in India's education has to reach all deserving students, it should be made affordable. Ideally, the fee structure should vary for economically weaker students. Institution must keep in mind that education should not become prohibitively expensive and ensure that no deserving candidate is denied admission just for the fact that he or she does not possess the necessary financial resources. Finally, I would like to say that literacy is an important indicator for an economic development. And India has been long been considering this as a major tool for empowerment and nurturance of democratic values and peace among people. Innumerable reforms have not only been initiated but for improving access and equity, but also in improving the quality of education. Concern has been raised over employability of Indian graduates for want of requisite skills in the ever-dynamic job market. In order to address these issues, skill development through promotion of training, setting up of new institutes in PPP model should be executed to align the Indian education system to the global market skill needs. Thank you.